Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Overcoming Graduation with Brian Drury, a show where I work to teach you everything I wished I'd known about habits to help you create your dream life. Today is another installment of The Morning Commute, where I take my ride to work in the morning to share a short but powerful message with you to help you kick your day off on the right foot. And today's message is this. These aren't my keys. Now before I start today's message, I just gotta say, I went through it's probably 8 or 9 botched intros right before this. So a lot of times I'll be going through the intro or I'll be trying to think of a title and you'll hear me go, welcome back to another episode. Oh, geez, okay. And then I go into another version. I want to redo it because it's not about having it be perfect, but it's about having some cleanliness, some clarity, and also I want you guys to be able to get to the value as quickly as possible. So today, it's been a bit of a struggle to get there. I just got back from my visit back to New Jersey in the holidays and had it must have been like 10 hours of travel just to get back. I was waking up every 2 hours. The time zone difference hit me. And so my body is kind of thrown through a loop right now. I don't even really know what's going on. And so I'm like, wow, this seems like a great time to record a morning commute when I'm exhausted. My brain is barely functioning. I did not do my morning routine. This is prime time for high quality content. So, an interesting thing happened this morning though, because my roommate is away on vacation as well, and his dog is at doggy daycare. And so he asked me, he's like, hey man, could you pick Roland up for me because I won't be able to get back, and if I get back and pick him up afternoon, it's pay for another full day. I was like, sure, man, yeah, no problem. I'll do that for you. And I said, can I take your car, though? That way I don't get all the dog fur. And he's like, yeah, sweet. All right, we're golden. This morning, set a reminder on my phone, want to make sure I don't forget. Go and grab my roommate's keys. And I'm like, sweet. I remembered. I did a good job. I'm going to pick up Roland. I'm going to have a puppy with me at work this afternoon. We're going to be golden. Except one thing. So I grab his keys. I see my keys. I leave them. I'm like, I don't need them. I got the spares. Grab his car keys. Get outside. And the second the door shuts and locks and closes, I was like, wait a second. He just said these were his car keys. He didn't say if there were spare apartment keys on this. And I looked down. I'm like, those aren't our apartment keys. And I'm trying them. I'm like, maybe they just look different. I know that's not true, but I'm trying to get them in the slot and trying to turn the key. Nothing. So I'm like, great. I just locked myself out of my apartment. And here was the fun moment. In the past, this would have been a huge source of stress. I would have been beating myself up. I would have been hard on myself, and it would have gone deep. It wouldn't have just been, dude, how could you fuck this up? Come on, man, you forgot. You didn't think to check for the keys? Really? It would have been like, you see, man, it's because your morning routine was off, and man, you just can't seem to get your morning routine right, and you're always saying you're going to change it, and you know what? This just seems to be, and it would have gone deeper and deeper and deeper. And so, because of the changes I've made recently, because of the way things are shifting, and because of the work that I'm doing, this became a fun thing. And it's becoming more fun to share it because something that Mel Robbins said in the book, The 5-Second Rule, when she talked about habits, was she said, you are not a quitter, you are not a worrier, you are not an anxious person. You have a habit of quitting, a habit of worrying, a habit of being anxious. And for me, it's a habit of being incredibly hard on myself for no reason, or focusing on the negative, or not celebrating and being grateful. So when it goes from being, I am this, which is like your identity, is part of who you are, to, it's a habit. A habit can be changed. A habit can be modified. A habit, like anything else, is just something we do repetitively and that we build systems and structures around to support. And over time, habits tend to become unconscious behaviors. They generally do. There are certain ones that have to have a conscious element for a very, very long time before they become unconscious. And some we've been doing so long, we don't even recognize them as habits. That's where the dangerous ones where we can say, well, that's just ingrained, man. That's just my identity. It's just part of who I am. But like I've proven to myself over this last month, and like you can in any other area you want to in your life, I certainly can be a morning person if I choose to set up the habits around it that help me be a morning person. Because as I went through the 30-day morning mastery challenge with the group of people that signed up for it, I realized my habits that kept me from being a quote-unquote morning person were much more than just I wasn't getting up and out of bed. It was when I was going to bed. It was my amount of caffeine consumption and the timing of that. It was my level of physical activity throughout the day. It was my diet in general. I mean, it went so much deeper, but it took me taking that hard look in order to be able to really realize it. And it took the work. Like every time, guys, we come back to it because I have looked for shortcuts for years. And I didn't want to call it that because that doesn't sound sexy. But if I'm really being honest with myself, I kept going, what's that one book that's going to just give me all the secrets I need and I'm just going to take off? What's the one podcast that's going to launch and suddenly my podcast is going to have millions of views from people all over the world and it's going to be easy? And that's the other underlying thing was, how can I make it easy? Like, when is it going to become easy? When can I stop working so hard? And as I've gone deeper and deeper in this journey, what I've realized is that it is not about not working hard. Because the most successful people I know, and the truly successful, and I'm talking about balanced success, like happiness and joy and health, wealth, relationships, and spirituality, that it's not that they're perfectly balanced all the time, but there is conscious effort put towards balancing those four things. And those people, it's not that they did the thing that we're all told we should want, right? Oh, go find this, make a bullshit product that people will buy, like a fucking Snuggie or a Pet Rock. These were the things I was thinking back in the day, especially back in college. Do that, and then once you find that, sell the crap out of it, and then someone will want your idea, and they'll come and just pay you a bunch of money, and then you can retire to a beach and live out your days with a drink, with a umbrella in it, and just chilling. But I know people who have done that much younger than they thought was possible, and then they realized within like a week or two, they're like, what the fuck am I doing? There's got to be more to life than this. And so thankfully, I've had those mentors and those people in my life because I don't need to make that mistake in order to go, oh, there's something deeper, there's something more. You see, something so simple as locking myself out of my own apartment can become a wonderful, powerful reminder of how much I've grown, and it has. Because instead of going, fuck Brian, shit, there was a moment of, oh, damn it, Brian, and I was like, nah, all right, what do you got to do? All right, I'll call the office. I'm sure they have ways to do this. They have to have master keys or alternates in the office. It's an early release day at work, so I'll be able to get back there no problem. Well, the office is open, and I'll pick up Roland at lunch like a plan. I mean, it's like, it doesn't derail my day. It's not a big deal. And even if it was something more catastrophic, what does the worry... catastrophic is maybe an intense word, but something bigger, more difficult to rectify. What's the point in the worry? It's like the worry and the stress and the strain just drains us. It doesn't do anything for anyone else. It doesn't benefit anyone. It certainly doesn't benefit us. So when you have a moment where you forget your keys, you lock yourself out of your car, you forget that important piece of paper, you forget an appointment, guys, like it happens. You're human. I'm human. We're all going to do it. It's going to happen at times. How we respond is so much more important, though. And thankfully, because I'm loving on myself daily now, I'm working on that self-love, and I'm working on the routines, even though today was a day where I did not hit that morning routine. Part of me started to go, oh, so here you go, you're going to fall back into the old ways. I'm like, no, dude. I was like, I got back at midnight, didn't fall asleep till close to 1, woke up every 2 hours, and there's a bunch of things that are, like, I'm on a time zone switch. I'm like, it's one day, we're playing the long game, dude. Tomorrow we get back to it. That's it. So when you're playing the long game, the individual instances matter less, and the momentum matters more. It's building that consistent momentum and consistent effort and action towards the goal. So where in your life are you worried about the keys? Where in your life are you so caught up in the mistake you made that you can't see the opportunity and the possibility in front of you? And what's one step you could take today to step out of the guilt and shame? I combine them. Game. So game now means guilt and shame in this instance. So where can you step out of the guilt, the shame, the remorse, the self-abuse, and step into the possibility? And I'd love for you to take that step today, because it's amazing how when we start taking these small steps, our life shifts. And pick something so small it seems ridiculous, but something you know you can do every day. I love you guys. Thank you all for listening. If you haven't already subscribed to the podcast, be sure to do so on iTunes, Stitcher, or Google Play. If you would like to reach out to me directly to recommend interviewees, to give feedback on the show, you can contact me at brian@overcominggraduation.com. And if you're interested in joining in on the next challenge associated with Overcoming Graduation, we are not open for signups yet, but there is a wait list for Morning Mastery and upcoming challenges, which you can see at overcominggraduation.com/morningmastery. So that'll just take you to a default page saying, hey, when the next challenge comes out, we'll let you know. I am deciding what I'm going to be doing next, whether it will be a repeat of Morning Mastery, and that'll become a consistent thing, or we'll have varying challenges. So there's lots of ideas coming, but as I'm doing my 2019 planning, that's going to become a lot clearer. So I love you guys. Thank you all for listening. Thanks for being a part of this, and I will be talking to you all again real soon.